I love that song, Dear Friends, that we sang the children out with. Dear friends, my name is Meghan Shattuck, and I'm this year's president of the congregation. You know, something I think is really cool is that I actually grew up in this congregation. You were the village that raised me. You taught me that song. I want to express my deepest gratitude to you for that. Thank you. I first learned Dear Friends at our congregation's UU Kids Camp when I was 10 years old in 1996. Now, as one of the camp co-directors, it's really important to me that we sing it every year. It has stuck with me, and it describes my experience of growing up in this congregation. My dear, dear friends, you have given me such treasures. Even now, when it feels like the world is telling me that I am not enough, this church makes me feel inherently lovable. I belong here. My flaws belong here. All of me is welcome. That's a big deal. When I was in 3rd grade, Renee Walters was one of my RE teachers. Just recently, she shared with me something I told her back then. I told her, this church is the only place I can be myself. It was so very true. And this church continues to be my sanctuary. The physical space of these buildings hold many memories for me, but really, it's this congregation. You are my sanctuary. As a high school youth, we were empowered with leadership roles in the religious education program. We were entrusted with the well-being of small intergenerational groups. We made our groups into a sacred space. We were told yes, we could lead others. Leading my first board meeting transported me back to leading my first group. I was full of fears and uncertainties. Would I be enough? But then I remembered that I've done this before, that I belong here, and that we would make it work. That faith in myself and in the group came directly from these past experiences. What a treasure! Learning these skills and feeling that radical acceptance are why I love this place. It is so much more fun to use my skills at church rather than just at work. It feeds my soul to do the work of this community. It feeds my soul to radically love and be loved. And it can look like so many different things to radically love our community. At a recent board meeting, I walked in worn down by the state of the world, by my day at work, by some health difficulties. I also knew we had what felt like an impossible task to achieve: set a fundraising target for this year's pledge campaign. There are so many ways we are growing and living into our mission as a congregation. How do we set a goal to fund the things that matter to this congregation and move our mission forward? How do we aspire to fund our mission boldly while still being realistic? But doing that task with dear friends made it into a treasure. I walked out of that meeting uplifted, energetic, and smiling, knowing we have so many who care so deeply. All of this is so precious. Hearing others debate passionately because they care deeply is a treasure. Carefully putting together an agenda for a meeting is a treasure. Having fun and singing songs with the next generation is a treasure. You are a treasure, and you have my deepest gratitude. You are why I am here. Hearing others debate passionately because they care deeply. You kept telling me yes and accepting all my flaws. I'm so grateful you kept on loving me, even when I didn't love myself. I will keep on loving you always. I feel compelled to pay it forward, creating these experiences of radical acceptance for others, not out of guilt, but out of love. I am so grateful. You have given me such treasures, and I love you so.